Hvala, dobro jutro svima. Honorable Chair of the Agency's Council, Mr. Bošković, Minister Vujović, Director Bakić, Ambassador Sattler, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the OSCE mission to Montenegro, it is a pleasure for me to welcome you to this regional conference on Media Horizon, a roadmap for transparency, reliability, and public interest. This conference is a joint endeavor with the Agency for Audiovisual Media Services. Many of you know it as the Agency for Electronic Media. The agency and the mission have developed an excellent working partnership, and I want to thank them for the exceptional cooperation we enjoy with them, especially with respect to promoting media literacy. This conference encompasses three major themes: media ownership, mechanisms for media self-regulation, and media literacy. Through the three panels that comprise today's agenda, experts will explore each of these topics. These topics are of great concern to the mission and to the OSCE, as well as to the OSCE representative on freedom of the media. In our partnership with the agency, we have worked to enhance media literacy, first with school children, and now we're working more and more with adults. The mission is committed to supporting media, digital, and information literacy, recognizing the vital role it plays in combating information distortion, violent speech, and online harassment. Media literacy skills empower not only journalists and the media, but also every segment of society, leading to more responsible reporting and facilitating better informed public feedback. The annual Media Literacy Index assesses the resilience potential to fake news in 41 European countries using indicators for media freedom, education, and trust in people. In 2023, Montenegro ranked 33rd out of 41, which demonstrates a lack of resilience in dealing with this information disorder. Having this in mind, the mission is ready to continue its cooperation with the agency in these areas to address remaining challenges. A collateral mechanism to address complaints is the need for a comprehensive system for media self-regulation. For the public to have confidence in an oversight mechanism, they must first understand and trust the mechanism itself. Montenegro has two distinct self-regulatory mechanisms: the Media Council for Self-Regulation and internal ombudspersons for Dan and Vijesti. Recently, Radio Televizija Crne Gore appointed an ombudsperson. To support self-regulation, the Code of Ethics of Montenegrin journalists was revised in 2016 in an open, inclusive, and consultative process. Since then, the mission has supported a forum for discussion amongst the various self-regulatory mechanisms through a technical working group comprised of representatives of internal and external self-regulatory bodies. This forum led to cooperation based on regular communication and respect. Through a consultative process, the working group tackled common issues on how to interpret and perform as journalists within the framework of the Code of Ethics. They drafted manuals that provided practical guidance to journalists. This inclusive process lent legitimacy to the working group. Those manuals have been accepted and promoted within the different media houses. The manuals address how to moderate online comments, to responsibly report on hate speech, to report on an electoral campaign, and deal with information disorder. The manuals will serve as a key source during the upcoming review process of the Code of Ethics, which the mission will initiate in 2025 together with this working group and the Council of Europe Program Office in Podgorica. This experience has developed relationships that transcend specific media houses and has contributed to a discussion on revising the self-regulatory framework. The third panel will discuss media ownership transparency as a precondition for trust in the media. Media ownership and its transparency remain an issue, especially in the case of online media, which often do not even display a press imprint. Foreign companies originating mainly from the region with no language barrier own the most influential commercial media in Montenegro with national frequencies. This is why it is important for media ownership transparency rules to be enforced as an antidote to undue foreign influence, corruption, and money laundering. Radio Televizija Crne Gore remains the only TV station with national coverage in Montenegrin ownership, and thus plays a vital role in informing citizens in an inclusive, balanced, and objective manner. The recently adopted law on audiovisual media services, which regulates ownership concentration in the broadcast media, provides control mechanisms. The National Media Regulator, the Agency for Audiovisual Media Services, is charged with enforcing this law. The mission is hopeful that the new law will lead to a more transparent media landscape in Montenegro. The respect for the rule of law is a cornerstone of OSCE activities. It not only encompasses formal legal frameworks, but also aims at justice based on the full acceptance of human dignity. A proper legal framework for media freedom, including the respect for court rulings, are equally imperative for media pluralism and public interest media. We thank the agency for the continued role they play in their effort to raise the level of media literacy skills in Montenegro. The OSCE mission to Montenegro remains committed to supporting a transparent, reliable media that works in the public interest. Today's event is also an opportunity to meet your colleagues from the region, enjoy coffee together, and build stronger networks to approach the issues at hand in a spirit of cooperation. I wish you success in your discussions, and thank you for your attention.